today I want to go over with you some beautiful pads of paper that I have. And this is really only a partial review. I have a ton of paper and my 12 by 12 collection, which I use as the basis for scrapbook pages, are currently in another state right now. But what I do have is some of my 6 by 6 collection. And these are good for art journaling and making mini pages, or using as additional background or paper for shape cutting when you make your main scrapbook pages. But whatever your interest is, whether it's scrapbooking or card making or paper art, these papers are really beautiful and they just have so many uses, and the designs themselves truly are art. Everything from the pattern prints to some of them have photography. The backgrounds are actually pictures, even to pages with text. You know, the fonts can be art. When I was in college, I took an architecture class, and one of our opening exercises was actually to study fonts and create our own text font. So I really want to go over some things with you and see what you think of some of these papers. This right here is 12 Designs, and it's called Jack Frost. As you can see, the cover got torn a little bit, but the paper inside is still good. As you can see, we have snowflake paper, and I really like this. You know, I love blue, and this isn't my normal favorite shade of blue, but it really does go very well with the theme and with the snowflakes. You have more snowflake paper and more. Now this I love. Now, as you can see, this is actually sort of a frost design. If you look up close at a leaf stem that has frost built on it, or maybe the string to hang your laundry out to dry, if you like to dry your laundry outside, this is what frost looks like. The way the crystals kind of build on each other. And I just really think that's beautiful. I haven't decided what to use it on yet, but I'm definitely going to use it for something. Okay, we have a few pages of that. Now this is a simple page. If it weren't for the kind of wintry hues, this blue and white striped pattern would almost be rather nautical. But because there's a little difference in hue from what you would see with something nautical, it doesn't quite fit the bill. And here we have these blue arrows, and they're really common with I love you stickers and I love you stamps. And this is not really my favorite page, but I think it's worth showing. You know, there's creativity in all of the designs, and my favorite page may not be your favorite page. Here we go. Now this I like because it's really versatile. I mean, here it is in this winter pack, but with this print, you certainly wouldn't have to use it for a winter or Christmas themed page. You could use your shape punchers and make cutouts of it, or really just enjoy the art. I like tessellations, and this is a tessellation, and it's really just enjoyable to look at. Well, I think it qualifies as a tessellation. There may really be more rules on that than I remember. Oh, for anyone that skis, this paper is perfect. you can see the mountains drawn and the little evergreen trees, and the page is very subdued, almost like a tracing, almost. But it's very beautiful. Let's see what the next one is. I like this. I know it's essentially the same colors, minus one of the page that almost looked nautical, but I like zigzagging lines. I think they're really happy, and I'm someone who is obsessed with color. Absolutely obsessed. So anything that really lets me focus on the pure brilliance of color is something that I'm really gonna like. Here we go. Now this says all sorts of things. Brr, like it's cold out. Let it snow. Chilly. Snowball fight. Winter. And this is what I was talking about with fonts being art. As you can see here, this page uses several fonts. And the fonts really make this page artistic. Make it beautiful. There are drawings of snowflakes, and there are some polka dots, and it looks like there are some little spirals, but overall, the artistry of this page is made from the fonts and the location of the words, and I really like it. This has got to be some kind of tessellation. This one reminds me of those connecting stacks of cubes you can color in. If you know what I'm talking about, like in the adult coloring book, a lot of people like to color in nature scenes and fairies and plants and scenes by the river, all sorts of things. But I am really all about tessellations and shape patterns and things that look like they were drawn by a spirograph. That's what I like to color in. You know, to each their own, but this is the sort of thing I would color. Simple polka dots. Now I am a polka dot girl. You know, I used to hate polka dots. I don't know why I hated polka dots. That seems like such a silly thing to hate. But I used to really hate polka dots. And then I got into retro dresses, and I discovered, wait a second, I like polka dots. These look great. Now my favorite is when the dress is red and the polka dots are white. But blue and white is beautiful too. Let's see what comes next in the book. Look at these stripes. Now these are thin stripes, and these thin blue stripes are just mesmerizing. You really gotta like these, you know. It's simple, but sometimes simple is best. I mean, if you're looking at the paper just for relaxation, or you collect it, because I do kind of collect it as well, then it doesn't always matter whether it's simple or complex. But sometimes for scrapbooking, for instance, simple is better, because when the paper gets too elaborate in its beauty, what can happen is the background papers and border papers can overpower your photos. And that really shouldn't happen. I mean, you should be looking at your memories first, but if you're like me and you're really into the beautiful papers, or, you know, you have a normal human eye and the busyness and the bright colors attract you, then sometimes the very elaborate papers which make you say, wow, on first glance, can also kind of make you and anyone that you show your album to overlook the photos that the papers are supposed to feature. Let's see, that might be the last paper in here. That is the